Welcome to the program. As Australians inch closer to election day, both major parties are now seriously contemplating the possibility of the first hung parliament in Canberra since Robert Menzies formed a minority government with John Curtin as opposition leader in 1940. Certainly it's showing all the signs of being a cliffhanger, largely decided in Queensland and New South Wales, with Labor strategists now concerned that they could lose more seats in New South Wales than first anticipated. That explains why both leaders are still campaigning at a frenetic pace and why Julia Gillard is appealing to New South Wales voters not to punish her for their disaffection with state Labor. In a moment, I'll be looking closer at how things might play out on Saturday night with the ABC's election analyst Anthony Green. But first, here's 7:30's political editor Heather Hewitt.
I'm certainly working every minute, every hour, every moment.
We're going to win! Yeah!
Collingwood supporters, they're everywhere.
This one is very important for the future of our country.
The election is a cliffhanger.
I am working harder than anyone ever has to be the Prime Minister of Australia.
The race is on to cram in as many marginal seats and get the message out to as many swinging voters as physically possible in the last frenetic moments of this campaign.
I'm now beginning a 36-hour continuous campaign, so if you're looking for a lift into work tomorrow morning, I'll be there at 3 a.m. to collect you.
Excellent, you got a deal. I'm campaigning as hard as I can in every part of this country, in the country I love, because I deeply believe my plan and my judgment are right for our nation.
I am determined to meet as many Australians as I possibly can, and if that means that I lose the best part of one night's sleep, well, that is a small price to pay to meet the Australian people.
With only 2 days to go, it's abundantly clear that the election is a cliffhanger, an absolute cliffhanger. In 3 days' time, Australia could wake up with Mr Abbott as the Prime Minister of this country.
In what's been a highly volatile campaign throughout, the final days are no different.
You want to go back to Mum now, OK.
The coalition hasn't let go of the whiff of victory and is fighting to the end, with the opposition leader today pushing his paid parental leave scheme that uses a corporate levy to offer more generous provisions than Labor.
I think this is a really visionary scheme. I think that the Labor Party are kicking themselves for not thinking of this first, and I've got to say that I am really proud that a conservative political movement is doing what is so necessary to look after families in the modern world.
Prime Minister Julia Gillard.
In her final campaign address at the National Press Club in Canberra, Julia Gillard was on the same theme and upped the ante.
I announced today that the government will provide further paid parental leave support for fathers and other partners to spend time at home with their new baby. Most working fathers take some time off work around the birth of a child to be with the new baby, but this is usually for a short period and can be at some cost. From the 1st of July 2012, we will provide eligible working fathers and partners with 2 weeks paid paternity leave at the national minimum wage, currently $570 per week.
In a wide-ranging speech in which Julia Gillard hammered Labor's economic credentials, she also reiterated what motivated her to want to lead the country.
As I've travelled around Australia in the hurly-burly of the campaign, with the daily ebb and flow of challenges, hard work and excitement, there's been one constant reminder, and it's this. Day in and day out, people work for their families, their communities and their country, and they work so very hard. The election is about these people. It's not about insider politics, nor is it about the alleged political strategies that receive so much commentary. And I mean, we've spent time in this election campaign on the perceived political strategy of me not saying Mr Abbott, but saying Mr Rabbit. What a cunning, cunning plan that must have been.
There was certainly no cunning plan today behind Julia Gillard's constant predictions of a cliffhanger. She was reflecting what Labor strategists are saying privately. This is a lime ball situation, because their last-minute assessments now show Labor could lose more seats in New South Wales than Queensland, which had always been considered the more problematic state. The troubled New South Wales state government is considered at least partly to blame.
The Labor government in New South Wales has obviously had its set of problems, and I'm not going to stand here on a podium before the Australian people and seek to spin that or not acknowledge that. What that means is for people in New South Wales, one, I think that there is cynicism about government delivery. And I think that cynicism is particularly acute in Western Sydney. People will make their judgments about the New South Wales government. They'll get an opportunity to do that next March. Their opportunity on Saturday is an opportunity to select who they believe should run our $1.3 trillion economy.
That's why Labor was at great pains today to claim there were big holes in the Coalition's policy costings, released late yesterday, along with its cuts to reduce the budget surplus.
The numbers don't add up. There are serious errors, there are mistakes, there are black holes, there are savage cuts, for example, to the pharmaceutical benefits scheme, which will hit pensioners.
His costings document revealed he'd be pushing up the prices of medicines through cuts to the pharmaceutical benefits scheme.
Are some of those savings from the PDF scheme?
Look, I make no apologies for wanting to get the best possible price from the drug companies, and I am confident that we can get better prices from the drug companies than have been allowed for in the government's costings.
Will the price of medicines rise?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No medicine price will rise as a result of any change that the Coalition has made.
The Gillard government is going to become increasingly hysterical over the next 48 hours. They will say and do anything to get re-elected.
There are no clean skins on that front. On the campaign trail in Queensland today, Tony Abbott decided to have another crack at the boats issue, which the Coalition worked out long ago was a vote winner in areas like Sydney's western suburbs.
I should also just note the fact that there has been yet another boat. There have been 7 boats in the course of this campaign. In the course of this campaign, more people have arrived illegally by boat than arrived in the 5 years between 2002 and 2007 under the Howard government.
Has Tony Abbott hit the road on the media bus today, taking a leaf out of Julia Gillard's book earlier on in the campaign? He made this observation about how he was travelling, and the same probably applies to his opponent.
I mean, it's been tough, it's been stressful. At times I thought, this is a bit depressing because, we're all human. I mean, even senior politicians are human. We're subject to the usual range of emotions.
So at the end of this 5-week marathon, what have we all really learned from what's widely regarded as one of the most unusual and unpredictable campaigns in our political history?
I think it's been marked by incoherence, really, the lack of any kind of continuing story, any sense of a central vision that these dribbled out policy announcements could be related to. And I think that's one reason why voters are feeling a bit bewildered or even irritated.
As the two leaders continue their whirlwind tours, maybe one central issue in the minds of those voters still grappling with the ousting of a first-term Prime Minister is this.
This is like a ratification poll. This is really not about Gillard or Abbott. This has really always been about Gillard, yes or no. Will we now give her the keys to the lodge?
Just a few more days to go now before we find out.
Political editor Heather Ewart.